Hello and welcome to VoxelVixens, where we discuss our nerdy interests week to week and you listen to us. I'm Amber.
I'm Rachel.
And today's topics are, Homestuck, for one thing. Homestuck ended. I am Homestuck trash. I want to talk about it. Don't worry, we'll do it second, just like with the Idol anime, so you don't have to worry about it. And...
we're doing mine first?
yes, we're doing yours first.
Well, mine's Powerpuff Girls, and how lame it just got.
The Powerpuff Girls 2016, the remake, just came out. And
I actually haven't, alright, to be honest, I have not seen any episodes. I have seen clips of episodes.
I've seen one episode.
I have seen clips of episodes, and I'm very disappointed.
Very. Alright, so, if you have any suggestions for a topic for next week, be sure to comment down below. But before we get into things today, I kind of wanted to mention something that I just thought was kind of interesting. So, every time that we record these, well, almost every time, Rachel comes over to my house and she brings, like, a whole bunch of snacks.
Oh, yeah.
From this, like, Japanese market that she goes to.
Yum.
And we keep, like, trying a whole bunch of different things. Like, today we had, some chocolate that had a whole bunch of, like, green tea stuff inside.
Yeah.
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 It was like, it was just like chocolate squares with green tea flavored chocolate in the middle.
They were weird.
And
I thought they were gonna be like
on the outside.
Yeah, I thought they were like super hard.
I thought they were gonna be soft.
Yeah,
like,
I thought it was gonna be like a
jelly kinda?
I thought it was gonna be like quickly melted. It's like you bite into it and it's like, oh, that's a piece of chocolate.
It melted in your hands
really
quickly.
It was good. It was soft and
it was good. Really
fluffy
good.
kind of a way.
Yeah, well, it was light chocolate.
Light, yeah, so it felt fluffy when you ate it.
And we also have some matcha puff things.
That's also green tea?
That are green tea, yeah. That's matcha. But those things, my dad said they kind of tasted like, you know, corn pops?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like green tea corn pops.
Yum. I also brought you dinner, which you immediately ate for lunch.
Yeah, I ate for lunch the
Apparently.
dinner that she brought me, which was some ramen. It was tonkotsu ramen.
And it comes with a little fork.
It comes with a fork in it. This is like cup of noodle style ramen, and these things have like forks in them.
Yeah, it's like a folded up fork, and then when you unfold it, like it just snaps into place.
I'm
and
so
it's
impressed.
Great. Yeah.
I'm so impressed by these snacks.
Yeah.
We've also had things like well, hi chews or whatever they're called.
Yeah, those are good.
And we had some other, like, chocolate and caramel versions of the matcha things that we had.
Yeah, I can't find them at the store anymore. They might be in a different area, but they were good. There was some that were, like, caramel and chocolate mixed together.
Yeah, those ones were really good.
Those were
but
really
they
good.
tasted, what did they taste like again?
Oh my gosh, yeah, you're right. They tasted like... oh, yeah, God. We were even discussing this. We were, like, eating, and we were like, this tastes like something we've had before.
It was, like... it wasn't caramel corn, was it?
Was it? No. It was very, very distinct. Like,
Yeah.
you probably would eat this and be like, I know what this is. What is this? You know?
Oh, I can't remember what it was.
No. I'm pretty sure if we, like, had it and we, like, took a bite.
We would know immediately.
Yeah.
If we tried it again, we would know immediately.
It was so weird. We, like, took a bite and we were like, I
This
tasted
is
this before.
flavor.
Yeah.
It wasn't chocolate or caramel at all, by the way.
But it was good.
something very, very distinct that we could just... it was just there.
It's not cornbread. No, I don't
It
know.
wasn't cornbread.
I know, I'm just thinking.
You're just thinking
like,
corn, because I keep saying all these corn things. Corn pops and caramel corn and stuff.
Caramel, corn, green tea flavored.
Yeah.
Yum.
Yeah. But, yeah, so... We have these snacks pretty much every week.
Oh, and drinks, too.
And drinks.
Yeah.
She got me some chai tea latte today.
That
She
one's
got
good.
herself Calpico, which is it's kind of like a yogurt style drink.
It's like a smoothie yogurt, kind of.
But it's just liquid. It's like, it's a very smooth liquid sort of drink. It's kind of almost like a juice, but it's not.
Oh, yeah. So imagine, like, those Arizona
teas?
Yeah, like the mango
flavored
kind.
ones? Yeah.
Like, this is actually like a smoothie kind of like that. Just imagine it a little bit more denser with, like,
it's just sort of
like a smoothie, kind of.
silky kind of thing.
It's smooth and it tastes really good. It's a soft drink, yeah. Non-carbonated soft drink. But
Yeah, Calpico is great. She gets mango flavor. I like white peach best.
The white peach is good, but I like mangoes, man.
Yeah.
Mangoes are amazing.
Anyway, I just wanted to mention that we're sitting here and eating delicious snacks,
Nom, nom, nom.
and you're not.
Oh.
Okay, not that mean, but...
Go get some snacks and chill.
Yeah, chill with us.
Here, ready?
Oh, you gonna feed them some of the matcha things?
Nom nom. Say nom nom.
It's delicious.
Nom nom nom.
Okay, well stop hitting the bag in front of the mic. That's probably really loud. Don't eat on recording.
Alright.
I can't believe you. Alright, well, anyway. The Powerpuff Girls. Yeah. So, I saw one episode which was on YouTube. I think it was just called Rainbow or something like that. Basically, the girls, well, it was focusing on Buttercup at the very beginning.
Yeah.
She was in class, and Miss Keene, their teacher, was doing this really silly thing to teach them about grammar, and Buttercup just was not having it, and she was being a total bitch, and she was just, like, completely, like, disregarding the teacher, whatever. You know, kids. So, she was saying that it was dumb, and she didn't want to learn about it, and stuff like that. And then suddenly everyone, like, a rainbow appeared in the sky, and everyone just got really happy. And the teacher was like, forget about it! We can go on that early break that you wanted! Let's just leave school, everyone! Let's all hug! And stuff like that. So Buttercup went out and met up with Blossom, and Blossom was really upset about all of this, unlike Buttercup, who was pretty happy. Buttercup was like, oh yeah, I'm so happy, I get all this free candy, and school is out, and everything's great. Went out to Blossom, and Blossom was like, I can't believe this is the worst thing ever, everyone got an A! She worked really hard on a school project or something. Yeah. She was sitting there like, if school is meaningless, I'm meaningless.
Oh wow, that's sad.
It was bad. Anyway, so they find out that this, like, weird rave Panda has made this rainbow happen, and he's just like in the clouds chilling with like a bunch of lobsters or something.
Wow.
Party lobsters?
Party monster?
Party lobsters.
Okay.
Not monsters, lobsters. It reminds me of, you remember All That? Yeah. Or not All That. No, the Amanda show.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It was also a part of it for a little bit. Yeah. Oh yes! Oh my god.
Dancing lobsters. Yeah.
Those things are creepy, actually.
Yeah, those things. But yeah, it kind of reminded me of that. Just for a little bit. But yeah, so this rave panda was like, everything's great! And I hated the way he talked. Yeah. It was terrible. But, then the memes started happening.
Oh, yeah. See, that's where you showed me the clip of it. Well, not the clip. She showed me the episode, but she was like, no, let's fast forward.
Yeah,
you don't need pointless.
So at one point, the panda was like, who wants or do you want a hug? And Bubbles was like, it cut to her, but suddenly she was in, like, a rave kind of
outfit already?
Japanese, you know the style of Japanese fashion that has them with like a ton of accessories and stuff like that?
The ones where they like dye their hair like
they have like
white.
10 bows on their head
and they get like
and Lolita stuff and yeah kind of like that. Yeah, she looked like that. And she was just like, oh my god, yes!
Technically, she did look like a rave girl.
She did.
Yeah.
Yeah, she looked like a party
yeah, that was just
But she was like, oh my god, yes! And then she went over for a hug, and suddenly she wasn't in that outfit anymore.
You know, that, like, scene right there, for some reason I kept thinking of, number 3 from
Kids Next Door,
when she's, like, super happy Rainbow Monkey Time.
Well, yeah, but that's always what Bubbles has been, but
yeah, but
not memes.
Yeah, I know, but for some reason it just seemed a little too much like that. Plus some
a little
weird.
bit.
Then it seemed a little.
They changed her personality because Bubbles was always the sweet one. Now it seems like she's more of like a slightly sassy, greedy one.
Yeah.
Who
like wants to have parties every day.
Who likes cute things, but is also really sassy about it. Yeah. But yeah, so she actually legitimately said that. She said, oh my god, yes! And it was terrible.
I think she said, I can't even.
Oh yeah, she went in to give the panda a hug, and then she said, I can't! And Buttercup was like, you can't what? And she can't, I can't, she was like, I can't even.
Yeah.
And Blossom was like, oh, like she literally can't even.
Yeah, she even said it like super Valley Girl, like, oh, like she totally can't even.
Yeah.
Like that, I was like, oh, God.
Yeah, so that was also a horrible mark against them. And then later on, Bubbles and Blossom get controlled by party lobsters. And so they start dancing, and the panda starts twerking. And then the girls start twerking.
And then that's when I knew everything just was sad. Went downhill, and everything should be burned.
The Powerpuff Girls twerked.
Yeah. Yeah, if you could get over all the other weird stuff, maybe, yeah. But then you see that, and it's like, no, that's just sad. You don't make them twerk. That's just horrible.
Yeah. It seems like they're going for the meme kind of internet
They're trying to be super like, oh, what do kids like these days? Well, they like Miley Cyrus and when she twerks. It's like, no one likes that.
Yeah.
Like, is that what kids laugh at nowadays? I can't even.
I mean, they liked Fred.
That was when I was in high school.
Yeah, that's true.
But those were kids. They were really kids.
I know that, one of my friend's cousins was really into the Jonas Brothers or something.
Okay, a lot of things weren't super memey back then.
No, but it wasn't that long ago. That was only like 2 years ago.
Jonas Brothers were like...
Or not the Jonas Brothers. Oh my god. One Direction. There we go.
There you go. Okay, yeah.
That's
I was gonna
the
say
one.
Jonas Brothers were...
They're all the same. I mean, the only boy bands that I care about are NSYNC and the Backstreet Boys.
Alright, here's the thing. Here's a little history, or music history going back. The person that actually, like, I think it was the NSYNC one, he actually knew to market towards girls with those types of boys. So the cute boy, the mean-looking boy, you know.
It was like a Japanese idol group.
Yeah, but the guy actually knew that this would make money. He would make money from having these boys look a certain way. This guy knew that, you know. And nowadays, it's just like boy bands are just like very. It's old.
Yeah.
Or it's
weird.
An old thing
it's just
now.
Weird to me.
Yeah, I mean, we knew the NSYNC and all that, and that was new. I mean, that was like breakthrough. Like, this is how you get like teens to like love these guys, is have them have these types of personalities.
Yeah, but it worked for them.
It did. But nowadays, it's just like these personalities aren't personalities anymore.
Yeah, it was just sort of like, oh my god, One Direction.
One looks cute. One looks like, yeah, but what, like, I've heard about, like, oh, he looks cute and all that, and I'm like talking to these younger girls, I'm like, okay, yeah, but what's his appeal?
Draw? Is he good at singing?
What's his, like,
what's his skill?
Identity? Yeah.
Does he go out and save puppies?
Yeah, what's his, like...
It's like a Japanese idol group, like I said.
Yeah. But, like nowadays, it's just, like, what does he add to the group? Is he just a cute face and that's it?
They're just cute faces.
Or is he supposed to be the brooding teen, blah, 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 heartthrobber, you know?
Either way, we went way off topic there.
Yeah.
It seems like they're trying to, with the new Powerpuff Girls, cater towards young, like, middle school to beginning high school, maybe, age people. Like freshmen.
Freshmen, yeah.
Yeah. Not... I don't think that anyone that's over freshman age would even care about this sort of stuff.
To be honest, it might be going towards the 6th graders.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. When we were in school, 6th grade was in middle school with us, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people actually... my dad, I don't think my other brother...
Oh, yeah, 6th grade isn't in middle school anymore.
Yeah, 6th grade's not in middle school anymore, but that was how it used to be.
That's so weird.
I know, but the weird thing is, 6th graders in, like, elementary school is just, like, to me, I was a kid, but I wasn't an elementary school kid. To me, that I shouldn't have been put, like, I don't think you should put, like, 6th graders in...
They're, like, 12.
Yeah, and then that's the problem. You get 12-year-olds, and they're just, like, with these kids, and it's like, oh, you're getting these horrible, like, twerking things, and all these kids are, like, affected a little bit, like, further into these, like, oh, texting every day, because all the older kids, you know, it's just...
I don't know what kids like these days.
Yeah, but it's just,
I kind of, like, I feel like I want to go to, like, an elementary school. I know this is gonna sound really creepy. Yeah. I kind of want to go to an elementary school and just see what the kids are doing. Just see if they're all actually sitting around and texting, or if, like, what kind of games they're playing with each other, if they're actually going out and twerking against walls or something, you know?
Well, actually...
I just want to know, you know?
Yeah, what are they into? Well, here's the thing. I do go help out my mom at our old elementary school for the art little thing, because they don't have art, which is stupid.
That's dumb.
I remember
we had art and music things.
Yeah, and then that year Dare immediately got pulled from that 5th grade. I didn't have Dare. I was just super upset.
Dare wasn't fun though.
Yeah, but then you get all those kids, especially in my grade. I remember a lot of them were like, obviously smoking, drinking once they hit.
Oh, someone. Actually, in the middle of Dare, at one point, someone turned next to me and was like, "I smoke weed."
In 5th grade?
Yeah, in 5th grade.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he was like bragging to people about it after Dare that day. He was just like, "Yeah, guys, I smoke weed."
Then you get these 5th graders, and then you get 6th graders, and it's like, no, you should not, like, put these kids together. They're just going to, like, ruin each other. You know, they're too old.
I don't know. There's really weird things that they're into, but I don't think that they're figuring out what they actually want in this Powerpuff Girl thing. I think they're just assuming.
I think they're just putting things in, yeah.
It's like what we know. Yeah. It's like they're just sort of like assuming the same sort of things
maybe kids
that
like
we
this.
are. Like maybe kids will like this thing. Maybe it seems like they're going over the top with it too.
Yeah.
Like
it's supposed, like, I don't know if it's supposed to be like, oh, it's supposed to be like, not well, kind of like the satire of it. But it's not. It's pretty much like, oh, we're trying to associate what younger kids know, and we're making fun of it. But they're not really making fun of it. They're just putting it in there, and it's like, oh, not cool.
So, that's what the Powerpuff Girls have become. Basically meme trash. There was another thing.
Yeah, there was another...
there was a...
pony one?
Well,
kind of?
Not that yet, but there was another meme thing that they did. There's a 4-second clip on YouTube of Bubbles saying "No me gusta." Of all things, like, really, pulling that meme into things. I think that's where they really are going wrong.
I think they're trying to target, like, younger kids, like, in elementary school.
Yeah, but still, like, "No me gusta" is, like, our age, our generation meme.
Yeah, which is kind of stupid because younger kids are watching, because I watched the Powerpuff Girls when I was in elementary school. If they're trying to put Powerpuff Girls again on the market, you know, elementary school kids are going to watch it.
And they can't do the things like twerking and all that shit.
But that's the thing.
We don't want kids to be like that.
do that, and it's just, but
we don't want them to still be like that. We want things like the See, they made Blossom seem like this over-the-top person who cares more about grades than anything else, and they made it seem like a bad thing, almost.
Oh, like she's too smart, blah, blah, blah.
Like, I can't believe that you're actually upset about getting an A and everyone else in the class getting an A or something like that.
It's like...
It downplayed her working hard on something and wanting to actually earn her grade. And it made it seem like it was trivial and she was being an idiot and it was dumb and...
But there are people like that, like in...
Well, yeah, there are. But the problem is, like, cartoons are meant to be something that will hopefully teach kids to be better.
Yeah, and that it doesn't seem like it was teaching to be better. It was just seeming, oh, she's a snooty pit person. Here, have that. And here's a little snippet of it.
The main characters are like...
They're over the top a little bit.
Bubbles is greedy as fuck.
Yeah.
Like, she is. Whew, it's terrible. I don't even know how to describe her, really. It's just like... At one point, the professor said, "I think that's enough candy for now," and, like, her hair lit on fire, and she was like, "No!" and she grabbed the candy back.
Wow.
And he was just like, "Oh, okay." Like, it's teaching kids that if they throw temper tantrums, they're gonna get their way, and stuff like that. It's...
Yeah, the old Bubbles, I would kind of assume her saying, "Oh," you know, like, getting all sad.
Yeah, she would get sad. She'd be like, "Oh, okay. But that's then, like, okay, Professor. I know you know best," or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or she would do like a little sneaky thing and like pretend like she's going out and she like at night like
but
the
she would
candy's
get
on.
caught usually,
Yeah,
and
then,
it would be a talk
but
between...
it wouldn't be probably caught by it would be probably caught by her sisters, and they'll have to teach her, you know.
Yeah,
why,
someone would catch her, and it wouldn't be like a scolding. It would just be like a, "Are you sure you really wanted to do this?"
Go
Trying
behind
to
the
teach
professor's
her,
back.
Yeah.
Yeah. See,
And
there you go.
It makes
That's
her
a
feel kind
like,
of guilty and stuff.
That's a really, you know, that's how we.
It's
what
better.
we grew up with. You know?
It's a better way to teach lessons.
Instead of just
but now
yelling,
they're just
you know.
twerking and fucking
You
saying
know, it
no me
seems
gusta
like
and
it's-
stealing candy.
It
and...
seems like it's trying to like, I don't know, like.
It doesn't seem like it's trying to teach anyone anything. It just
Yeah.
seems like it's reflecting what kids have become, which isn't good.
Which is pretty much what they are, kind of.
Yeah, but no one wants that.
Yeah,
That's
no
the
one
thing.
wants-
Like, no adult or kid, really. I'm sure the kids are really upset about it, too. Because,
Yeah, it's
like,
just like, eh.
the kids all are getting more sucked into all of the, like, cliques and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I mean,
I don't
the
know.
villains don't even seem like villains.
The villains are barely villains, and it seems like most of the plot line is directed towards the girls learning lessons, but not really learning
Yeah.
lessons.
Because-
It's really shallow, basically.
Yeah, because some of the, like.
The whole lesson that Buttercup learned
Yeah.
through the episode that I watched was just that, oh, maybe sometimes you shouldn't make fun of what people
Oh, yeah,
are
no.
doing
She
or
had,
something
like, this
that.
revelation right in the middle of her yelling at them. Just saying,
Yeah.
let's stop this. You can't.
There's a time and
yell.
place for
There's-
everything.
yeah,
That's
there's time and
that's
place
the
for
lesson
everything.
that she
Yeah.
learned. But
Right in the middle of her saying, "What are you guys doing?" Blah blah blah, and they're all freaking out while dancing.
But
like,
it seemed like it wasn't really an in-character thing. It just seems like it was thrown in.
yeah, just here's your life lesson for today,
Yeah.
Bush.
And it
But-
didn't even seem like anything was really going wrong, either. It was just a bunch of twerking, and yeah.
Well, I think the problem was like there's people in like Townsville, like
Yeah, but they didn't even see that, really. They weren't
Yeah.
there. They left, like, right
did
away.
they immediately just that's,
Yeah,
that's
they,
right.
they,
That's weird.
The worst thing that they saw was they went back home and they saw the professor playing in a sprinkler.
Oh my god.
And they were like, Professor, don't you have sciencey things to do? Which I thought was dumb in the first place, because, like, dads can have fun too.
Yeah.
And especially, like, with their kids and stuff like that. Like, what? Do they just make him into this character that sits at home all day doing science and that's all he does?
It seems like they're trying to be like they're trying to make a hit show, kind of.
It's not
That's
working.
Like a meme show.
And the other thing that happened that we were going to talk about
Yeah.
before was that the audience that people are thinking was the target audience for it is Tumblr. And they failed that too. Because they made an episode that was about, like, it was kind of themed towards gender issues and transgender issues, and there was a lot of ranting about it because...
A lot of ranting.
Yeah. Because apparently, this pony had a fake horn on and kept saying that he was a unicorn, right? And the girls said, "You're not a unicorn, you're a pony."
Yeah.
And then Bubbles said something along the lines of, I'll help you become a unicorn because I always wanted to be best friends with a unicorn.
Yeah.
And that was her reasoning for it, I guess. They try to turn him into a unicorn, and he turns into a monster.
By the professor, and like the professor's like, "Are you sure you even want to do this?" And then he like shows him tons of like paper of, "Oh, sign here," and he's like, "Yeah, I skimmed through it," and he just,
He just stomps his hoof on it.
yeah.
They turn him into a monster, and he's the villain for that episode. So they fight him, I guess. It seemed more like they were trying to calm him down, but he wasn't
Yeah.
listening. And then suddenly unicorns appear and say you were a unicorn all along.
It was just
And
hidden behind it. Like he had like this little horn.
He had hair, and it was covering his horn.
Yeah.
So
Wow, that's like technically that was the show. That was a show right there.
that was the episode.
That was an episode.
Yeah.
So imagine that. I
So-
mean, there's little snippets and part that we probably missed, but that was an episode.
The ranting about it was mostly because, okay, there was a lot of ranting about it, to be fair, but it seems like Tumblr is saying things like, they were misrepresenting trans people, and they were saying that if you try to change your body, you're a monster, and etc., etc. So they're even failing what everyone assumed was their target audience. So no one likes the show, it seems like.
Yeah.
At least no one that I know of. I haven't seen what kids think of it. I don't know any children anymore. I don't think. Not anyone that's like middle school age, really. So I don't know what kids think about it, but it's not a good show.
No.
And I would definitely not let my kids watch it, honestly.
No, I wouldn't either.
Yeah, I mean, even, like, Ren and Stimpy wasn't as bad, in my opinion.
Ren
and that was bad. Yeah.
Like, you've heard people like, oh, Ren and Stimpy was bad. Yeah, it really was.
It was really bad.
I mean, there was really... What was it? Didn't, like, Stimpy get his,
There was, like, a bunch of gore and stuff in it.
Like, his boy part chopped off at one point? Yeah.
Yep.
That very, very, very...
Yep.
bad.
It was not good, but I would have let my kids watch that more than these Powerpuff Girls, because it's like...
It's humor.
No, it's not. It's really dark. It's really dark humor. The thing is, I don't think that my kids could copy those mannerisms or anything like that, because it was really, really over the top. But the Powerpuff Girls seem like it's what kids are right now.
Real life, or it's relating too much to real life things.
It's either what kids are right now or what we're hoping they're not going to be. And it's too close to that, and it's scary.
Yeah, because Ren and Stimpy, Cow and Chicken, and even Rocko's Modern Life was pretty...
Yeah, that was
bad.
pretty bad, too.
Yeah, I mean, but I watched those.
Yeah.
The only one that my mom really
Pinky
didn't...
in the Brain.
Yeah,
Invader
that was
Zim.
pretty good. Invader Zim was great. But my mom really didn't like me watching Ed and Eddie, because she was like, those boys are stupid. And I'm like, yeah, I think that's the point, Mom.
That might be a good comparison for what the Powerpuff Girls are right now.
Yeah.
It's just...
It was just, it's hitting too close to home, if you think about it. It's hitting too close to real life.
Yeah.
Because that's what Ed and Eddie was. It was just kids being on their own.
It was kids fucking around.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm older now.
And we can see what's real and wrong.
I probably wouldn't have I didn't like Ed, and Eddie as a kid, so...
It was okay. I watched it from time to time. I actually didn't mind. I liked it, but I just, Mom didn't like it.
Yeah, the best takeaway that I can say from this is the new Powerpuff Girls reboot sucks, and it does not do the old version justice at all, and I still can't understand why they didn't use the old voice actors for the girls.
That's just so... They used everyone else's, right?
They used the old voice actor for the mayor, for the professor, for the teacher,
like
but they didn't go back to Tara Strong and the other people for the girls. Even though, there was planned to be a remake of the Powerpuff Girls in either 2014 or 2015.
Yeah, something like that.
And that had a different style of art, but the original voice actors were called in for that.
Yeah, I can't understand what's it... I've never
They
heard
didn't
of
even contact them about it.
They
weren't even
heard of these other girls, right?
Well, one of them is a kid.
Oh, like an actual kid?
Yeah, one of Bubbles' voice actress is a little girl. She looks like she's about 11.
Oh, okay.
Buttercup's looks like she's in her 30s or so, and I don't remember the other one is... I don't remember. But yeah, so...
I'm sure they're great voice actress.
They're okay.
But, I mean, here's the thing.
They don't do them justice. They just don't do the characters justice.
I've never heard of them before,
Well, I don't even think that's really the issue here. And I wouldn't have even said that it was a problem that they got new voice actors if it was a brand new show or something like that. If it wasn't something that was pretending to be the original.
Yeah.
Because it is. It's really acting like it is the original show. It's acting like it's a sequel to that show.
Yeah, and
it's not even named something different.
Yeah, see, that's kind of where I've gained the line of, it's great to have new actresses or voice actresses do new work for you, you know, and something big as some like Powerpuff Girls, it's supposed to be big because it's a reboot and they're really hoping.
But they also changed the characters. Like, why?
I know.
What was the point?
When you change stuff like this, or like even with voice actresses, it's just like, what are you trying to redo it? Or are you trying to just keep?
Are you making a new show, or are you making a reboot? Because if you're making a reboot, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you make a reboot and you can actually get the original voice actresses and, you know, to do that, that's great.
It's kind of rare to get the original voice actresses back for something that.
But I'm sure they would have really wanted to do it.
They really did want to. They posted on Twitter.
I would really like to work on this.
They were really hurt because the Cartoon Network put out these little short Vine-like videos of the new voice actresses saying, "Hey, I'm the voice actress of Bubbles. Hey, I'm the voice actress of Buttercup," and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And all of the voice actresses reposted those with the original girls that they were, and they were like, "I'm really hurt that they didn't even bother asking. They didn't even try." You know.
You see, that is
they really wanted to, and they really wanted to when the remake was going to happen in 2014 or 2015. But yeah.
So here's the thing with reboots. I'm really excited for the Samurai Jack reboot.
I am really excited for the Samurai Jack reboot.
I swear to God, if it's anything...
I think we talked about other reboots in our first or second episode.
Yeah.
We talked about old TV shows and we went off on a tangent there, but yeah, I know I'm really excited for that reboot, at least.
If it puts memes in, you know, I understand putting in things that are related to this year and this
you know, you can make jokes.
But don't put in the worst crap ever, like twerking and, you know, no one wants to see that.
No one wants to see actual memes in their cartoon reboots.
You want to make the memes out of your own, you know, you want, like...
It's okay to reference things. It's okay to be like, you can reference twerking even.
Yeah.
Don't have the main characters twerking. Don't have the main character saying, "No me gusta."
It's just, it's very stupid. Like, it's just, you can probably make a meme out of that show, but don't put memes into the show, because then it's just, then that's just trash.
Yep.
Yeah, that's just trash. I mean...
And it is. It's trash.
Yeah. But, I mean, like, what was it? There's, like, a video game, Resident Evil 4, where Leon's, like, running around, and I think it's after a boss battle, he, like, shoots a canister to blow something up, and he says something in Spanish, and it's horrible, choppy Spanish, and that's a meme in itself, because it's super, like, this white dude saying something.
Yeah, I mean, hell, like, Skyrim, Arrow Just, you can make memes out of your show, just don't use memes in your show. I swear to God, they're gonna use more. This is only the beginning.
You know what would be great for Samurai Jack? If they referenced some of the things that they did in the old show. Because that's great.
Yeah.
That's...
People love that.
Yeah, it's like,
that's like fan service.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, that's the best thing you could do. Just saying, we actually remember what you guys liked in these old shows. Here's just something to toss your way, you know? It's great.
But anyway, that's our thoughts on the new Powerpuff Girls show, which seems like utter trash.
Yeah.
And now into more utter trash. Sorry, I cannot speak. Utters?
Utters?
Utters.
Cows?
Cows?
You do like cows.
I really like cows.
Yes.
Anyway, Homestuck. Homestuck ended on 4/13, which is actually exactly 7 years from its start date on 4/13 in 2007.
God.
8? 6? I don't know. Hold on, I can check. So yeah, it ended for real this time.
For real?
But, yeah, no, okay. The thing is, Homestuck has been saying it was going to end.
Yeah.
For
you know,
years.
I remember you talking about that too.
Yeah.
You're like, we were driving somewhere and you're like, oh yeah, it said they were going to end it. And I think you even said they might not do it.
2009 is when it started.
Long time ago.
7 years. I should have just been able to count that, but I wasn't. So yeah, it was supposed to actually originally end after a year.
Uh-huh.
It's been 7.
Yay.
Homestuck, I will say, at the very beginning, is very slow to read through, and that's because in the very beginning it didn't have many fans, but the way that they were doing things was very original for a comic. They were basically taking fan suggestions on what the character would do next. It was like a choose-your-own-adventure sort of thing.
It's great, you know?
They had like a poll up of what
Yeah.
people wanted the characters to do next, and then the next panel would come out with the highest poll thing.
Yeah.
And it would continue that way. After a while, that stopped happening when Homestuck started gaining a lot of fans, and then it started becoming more of a normal webcomic. Well, I say normal, but it became more of a story chosen by the author, just posted for people to read. Sort of thing,
Yeah.
instead of a fan-driven thing. But it has a lot of differences from normal webcomics. Like, for instance, it has games that you play through of different styles. Like, there are RPG-style point-and-click adventures. There are things like, it's just sort of dialogue sort of games. So you go through and you talk to different people and go and see what you can find in areas. There are some that are kind of like battle games where you're fighting things. You know, it's...
Like, Final Fantasy kind of battles where it's like, you view them and then take turns.
I don't think so.
Or just
It's
actual,
just sort of like
battles.
It's just sort of like, real time, like you slash at
Okay,
something,
alright.
and it'll die.
Alright.
It's not a lot of fighting, if anything. There are animations, lots of different styles of animations. The final animation was more of like an almost anime-esque style. There are, of course, things like dialogue things, which are all done in a sort of... Not all of them, actually. Most are done in a sort of, like, listening to people talk on a text client sort of thing. So you're watching people chat to each other, basically. But it's really interesting overall. There's a lot of different things that it does. Some of the pages change the website itself.
Yeah.
Like, some of them actually made the website look like it was breaking, like it was just collapsing.
Oh, really?
You
Cool.
would click on the next page and the whole website would fall down. So it's done a lot of different things in it, and it was
Interesting, yeah.
It was original.
Yeah.
It has over 9,000 pages
Sweet.
in its final days. But yeah, I got into it around 2012-ish.
Yeah.
Maybe the end of 2011. And I kind of got hooked to it, not even because it was good. I mean, you know how we were talking about how things are total memes
Yeah.
in Powerpuff Girls?
Yeah.
That's what Homestuck was. Except it was like fan-driven memes that were just sort of like references to internet culture that was popular at that time.
Yeah.
So, like, there was an animation on, I think, the 11th? No.
God.
The 6th. There was an animation on the 6th, and it had Shrek in it, and it also had an Undertale reference in it.
That's the one you showed me.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it had Shrek and an Undertale reference. So it's always been referencing things that were current with
Yeah, but it's not...
internet culture.
It's not so blatantly obvious.
No, it's not. Like, Shrek was this tiny one-frame thing that you could barely
Yeah.
even see.
And Undertale was just because...
The Undertale thing was a little bit more interesting. I think it was a little bit more of an obvious reference because Toby Fox himself
Yeah.
actually helped out with Homestuck
Yeah.
at some points. He made a Megalovania song. He's made 3 of them now.
Yeah.
He made one of them for one of the Homestuck animations. So, that...
And it's just paying homage to, you know...
it's probably just paying homage to Toby and being proud of him.
Yeah.
Proud of what you've done, kid.
And it's not just because, oh, that's what's popular right now. Undertale.
Yeah.
Let's throw that in there. You know, that's not
It was definitely not just because that was what was popular right now, because there are a lot of things that are popular right now that could have been referenced, but Undertale was the one.
Yeah. You said Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage, that was another thing. I think Nicolas Cage and Dante Basco as, in Peter Pan. Did you ever see?
What?
In Peter Pan, Dante Bosco was in Peter Pan. He was a character named Rufio.
Rufio.
Yes.
Recent?
No, it was a long time ago.
Which Peter Pan?
Oh man, I'm gonna pull up a picture for her. I can't show you guys, but...
Wait. God, there's so many. Alright, you said this guy is, what's his name?
This guy.
Oh!
So, Rufio
okay.
from a Peter Pan movie was referenced, and so was Nicolas Cage a lot. Basically, one of the characters liked Nicolas Cage movies a lot. But so these people were referenced in it. There were other just general internet memes that I can't even remember by now, because it's been 7 years.
Yeah.
So... And over 9,000 pages. Literally over 9,000.
Yay!
Oh, that was dumb. But, yeah, there was a lot of work put into it. And actually, I think one of my favorite things about Homestuck in general is just that so much of the community got involved in it.
Yeah.
Like, most of the animations, and actually a lot of the panels themselves, were art that wasn't done by the guy that made Homestuck. It was all done by fans.
That's great.
The music was almost all done by fans. And, I mean, we're listening to some of that right now.
Yeah.
But the music was always done by fans. A lot of the bigger, better pieces of art were done by fans.
Yeah.
He did more of the, like, sprite sort of things, pixel things. And it was just a completely fan-driven community.
I like that. That's great to have, like, a community like that. I mean, it brings out the best of people.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Well, it also brings out the worst of people.
It does, too.
I know that lots of people along the internet do not like Homestuck for multiple reasons, and some of them are legitimate, others are not as much. I know that there have been really terrible Homestucks. Like, there were Homestucks at one con that I heard of that were throwing trash around and calling people names and yelling at them because, oh, we're in character, so we can. And, yeah, cussing at people and telling them how ugly they looked and stuff like that just because, oh, we're in character.
No, that's just an excuse.
Yeah, it was an excuse. There were also Homestucks that went into a restaurant at one point with a bucket, like a sand bucket, and spat into it altogether. Because there's this, I mean, to say the least, buckets in Homestuck. There is a race that Homestuck created that breeds using buckets.
Yeah.
And they, like, put genetic, like, material in a bucket.
Okay.
And they give it to this, like, mother grub creature, which was an interesting way to do it.
Yeah.
But, they were spitting into this bucket. So that they were, like, putting genetic material into a bucket, and it was gross. There were other Homestucks that literally pushed people downstairs.
Wow.
Because there was something
That's assault!
Yep. There was something in a comic that was related to Homestuck, which was called Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff.
Yeah.
Which had a joke that was, I warned you about them stairs, bro. Because some guy kept falling down the stairs, and some guy kept warning him about the stairs, but he never listened.
Did he push him downstairs, or he just warned
No,
him?
he just fell.
Alright, so it's not pushing him.
Yeah, it was just like, watch out for the stairs, and then he would fall down the stairs, and it was like, I warned you about them stairs, bro. But these people were pushing people downstairs.
Okay, these people are physically
So, there is a
mentally
lot
dumb?
of reason that people disliked Homestucks that I can understand. Very much so. But the community also did things like, they've created multiple charity funds for different organizations. At one point while I was at a con, someone went to a McDonald's nearby and bought 300 chicken nuggets or something like that. Maybe 500, actually.
Dang.
Went back to the con and was giving them out to people. Like, not even just Homestucks. Anyone. Anyone that was hungry.
Oh.
Anyone that needed it.
That's so nice.
Along with sauce and everything, too.
Because you can get hungry over there.
Yeah, you can get hungry at cons.
Or tired.
Um...
Energy, man.
There have been people who would just walk up to you if you looked like you were sitting down at a con and you looked really upset. They would just walk up to you and try and help you. They'd just be like, oh my god, is everything okay? Do you need help? And there were... I know I went to a lot of Homestuck meetups back when it was in its height. And those meetups, the people that were running them always made sure that we left the area that we were in cleaner than we found it.
Yeah.
It was like color guard, basically. Yeah. You always leave the area cleaner than you found it.
Yeah, you respect the area.
Yeah.
It's not your area. You shouldn't be throwing trash around. You shouldn't be,
So, there are good people that are into Homestuck, and it's not really fair. It's not really fair for anyone to judge someone based on their interests.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I can understand why there was a lot of hate.
Yeah.
It was basically a lot of 12 and 13-year-olds getting into Homestuck, and it wasn't a good time. Especially when most of the adult people started leaving the Homestuck fandom, which was around 2013 into 2014. And the young people started taking over. That's when people started hearing the really shitty stuff.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I don't know. Homestuck, in itself, it was like an era. That's what I keep hearing all of my friends saying, too. It was an era.
I like that. It
created a lot of friendships. It destroyed some friendships. But it brought a lot of people together.
Yeah. That's
especially
good.
To create something.
Yeah.
Because we were all basically a part of creating it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like for me, I would have never joined Color Guard if you kind of didn't persuade me, and and I met really, really good friends, and I've lost friends, and and you make them up, and it's just communities like that, like Guard. I have in common with certain people.
Yeah.
I can talk about Guard to anyone. And other things like anime and all that, it's just great to have this community.
Yeah.
And then getting into a new community that, you hear about and you're making new friends is just amazing.
Yeah.
You get to expand on things.
And it brought a lot of people together.
Yeah.
Because it was just a dumb, stupid webcomic that everyone kind of liked reading. And so lots of people were like, oh man, this looks like fun. It was a really lighthearted webcomic too.
Yeah.
Even the really terrible, horrible parts, because a lot of people die in that webcomic. It's like Game of Thrones, like, ×2. People die and then re-die.
Yeah.
Like, they'll die and then their ghost will die.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dang.
So, or they'll die and they'll come back to life and die again.
Oh.
So, like, a lot of people died in that. But even in the really, really horrible times, there was some sort of joke or lighthearted moment to bring it all together. And it was just sort of like... It was a bunch of 13-year-olds in this fantasy kind of world. I think the way that the creator described Homestuck was written in his final post about Homestuck. I don't know if I can... Oh, here we go. It was a sprawling creation myth about kids in houses. That was the way that he would describe it before he had actually created it.
Ah.
And some of the scenes in Homestuck were actually thought of, like, in 2009.
Yeah?
Yeah. Just hadn't been put on actual, like, well, digital media.
Like, you're gonna say paper, but...
I was going to say paper, but...
It has been put on paper. It already has been put on paper, but it hasn't been put on Word.
Yeah. But, yeah, so I really care about Homestuck. It's a really dumb webcomic. I mean, it's so convoluted, and it's really hard to follow most of the time, and it's a bunch of internet memes and jokes and stupid things, but, like, it really did a lot for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, Homestuck has ended. Except it really hasn't.
No.
Because the guy has already said he's working on epilogue things.
Yeah, I remember you typing something on that on Facebook. You're like, epilogue something. It really hasn't ended.
Yeah, it's not over yet. And also there's a game. There was a Kickstarter that was created, I think, in 2012 for a Homestuck adventure game.
Yeah.
And that was funded like $2 million.
Sweet.
200,000 people came up with $2 million to give to the creator of Homestuck, and I gave him
Dang.
$612.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
There was a lot of stuff that you could get as rewards. I needed all of it.
You needed all of it.
So, that game hasn't come out yet.
Yeah.
It was supposed to come out in 2014. Actually, something that happened.
Yeah.
I can't go too deep into it because most of the posts about it and everything have been kind of deleted.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, there was a legal issue. So, the creator of Homestuck had hired someone to create the game, like some company, to create the game for him. And they started work on it, and then there weren't really many updates as far as I know, and then suddenly they started working on another bigger project from a different company.
Oh.
Yeah. It was a much bigger company. It wasn't like a fan game sort of thing. It was like something that was a reboot of an old game. I could tell you more about it later, off camera, but I don't want to bring it up too much because as far as we know, they stole about $700,000 from the Kickstarter to create this other game that was not the Homestuck game.
Wow.
And they settled, which means that there was a, there is a legal document somewhere that says that the creator of Homestuck can't really talk about it to anyone except for backers that ask about.
Yeah.
Just backers that ask questions. So,
that sucks.
it can't be talked about, basically, or else they won't get any of the money back.
Right,
So
it's understandable.
that's basically why I'm being so ambiguous about it. But,
that sucks.
yeah, it's not fun.
No.
It's not a good time. So, that was a thing that happened. The Homestuck game is still coming out. It's called Hive Swap instead of Homestuck. But it's been under work for a while. The final animation that came out actually had someone that was an artist for the game that's currently working on the game that created the animation. And from what I saw, it's a really pretty animation, so
Cool.
that's something. Just $700,000 got stolen.
Oh my god.
A lot of Homestuck fans refused to buy the game that was created with the money.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I can see why. I wouldn't either.
Yeah, I know.
It's blood money, like, kind of.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
And they never admitted it or anything. They didn't, like, nothing really happened, you know? So, lots of people are kind of just pissed off.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Some of that money people put into, you know.
Some of it?
Okay,
all of
all.
it. It was a Kickstarter.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, yeah, apparently there are companies like that exist.
Well, yeah, there's always companies like that. It sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a small company. I think that the creator of Homestuck just liked what their games looked like and wanted to support them since they were such a small company starting up. And, then that.
But they don't care for the little people.
Apparently not!
Yeah.
Apparently they didn't give a shit.
Wow. That sucks.
Yeah. So, the creator of Homestuck has been working on the game pretty much by himself and with some fans ever since then. Which is why it's taken so long to come out, because the Kickstarter was in 2012.
Yeah.
The estimated release for the game was December 2014.
Yeah.
It's April
of
2016. So, yeah, it's also actually why the end of Homestuck took so long.
Oh, okay.
Because, we had what we called the Gigapause.
Uh-huh.
It was months and months of nothing. No updates or anything.
Wow.
Yeah. And it was just basically because as far as we know, a lot of things happened to the creator of Homestuck, along with this bullshit with the money stuff.
Yeah.
There might have been a death in the family, and
things happen.
yeah, but yeah, it's for all intents and purposes, Homestuck is over.
Yeah.
There's epilogue stuff, but we don't know when it's gonna come out, and he hasn't really said. He's said that he's going to do it eventually, when he feels like it, sort of thing. Yeah. So it's over.
Gives people hope, though.
It does give people hope.
Yeah. One day you'll be out there.
One day.
One day.
Someday. It also makes people really upset because they can't leave the fandom yet. They can't escape from hell.
It's like It's like in movies, you know how they like look up to sky and they're like, one day, and then like it pans out and it like goes towards like a overshot of other things, like you know, and then it flashes kind of towards the future, and it's like you're on like your computer, and it's like fuck, it's already.
God damn it!
Just grab your wig, your horns. It's like, all right,
that's what happened. That's what happened when the end came out. A whole bunch of people that weren't into Homestuck anymore just popped out of the woodwork. We were just like, most of my Facebook friends changed their pictures to Homestuck pictures.
Yeah.
Homestuck cosplay pictures. And they haven't touched it in years. A lot of them were completely over it. They didn't even want to do anything that had to do with it anymore. They were still making statuses about it and, like, posting cosplay pictures and stuff. And a lot of them are now talking about doing new Homestuck cosplays, too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, that's a thing. If this sort of all reappeared again.
That's actually pretty funny, though. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got people that are into it, but then they're like, yeah, we're into it, don't worry.
And it also brought a bunch of old friends back to light.
Yeah.
That just sort of popped out and were like, hey, we still exist. Homestuck.
Yeah. So interesting.
Yeah, no, the community is... It's been a wild ride.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the best way I can describe it. So, I mean, yeah, man. I don't know what else. That's about it. Homestuck.
Homestuck. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not recommending anyone reads it. I don't want to recommend that to people. It's a very big commitment. I mean, if you want to give it a try, keep in mind, I think what everyone used to say was, what were the rules? Don't skip the intermission. It's important. It's good after you get past Act 4. I think those were the unspoken rules of Homestuck at the time.
That's funny.
Because it was like, the first few acts, like I said.
Yeah.
I think it's up to 3. The first few acts are just sort of like, well, we're wandering around the house. Look, I'm inspecting a refrigerator now. Because it was, like I said, player-driven.
Yeah.
It was fun, though. I mean, that's a really interesting way to do a webcomic. I've actually thought about doing something like that before. Something player...
Seems interesting. It seems like you can get a very big group to, like, just work with.
Yeah, I
like,
mean,
hash stuff
apparently it really brought people together to just give fan works out, too.
Yeah.
Like,
Open
fan
your
art
minds.
and... Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah. I'm really proud of Homestuck.
I like the idea and the, like, people from it, you know.
Yeah.
I've never read it. I've never
Just not the bad people.
Yeah.
Not the really weird people that push
So I really
people
don't have a
downstairs.
say on, you know, like, is it good or is it bad? But hearing from what Amber says about, like, the fandom of her fandom area, it seems good, you know.
It was
good as a, like, a community-driven
Yeah,
kind of way.
it was a fun time. It created a lot of friends. It created a lot of relationships.
Yeah.
It was interesting for quite a while. I think the only real problems with it were, I mean, like I said, the plot is convoluted as fuck. But actually, as far as I know, I've been trying to, like, think it all through in my head. I don't think there were too many plot holes.
Really?
Yeah,
Well,
I think
good.
it all
They all
pretty
just
much
ended up
got tied up.
Yeah. Sweet.
I think the only plot holes that people could think of after the ending animation were debunked after about a day.
Really?
Because people just went back and looked through things and were like, oh no, that did get said.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cool.
We just didn't notice. Because we didn't know what was going to happen at the
Tied
time.
up, neat little bow.
Yeah. He was actually pretty good at writing it all. I know when Homestuck was at its height, a lot of articles kept, like, they kept talking about how great the writing was or something. I don't think it's that great. It's decent at best.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's a story about a bunch of stupid kids. It's basically a story about a bunch of stupid kids creating a universe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Playing a game to create a universe.
It's not bad.
It was interesting. It was
Yeah.
a unique story.
Yeah.
So, if anything is to be taken away from it, it's unique.
Yeah, it's unique.
Alright, well, that's all I have to say about Homestuck, at least.
Sounds good, though.
I ranted for that entire time, pretty much. You didn't even really say much except, yeah.
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, I have nothing to, like, put in. I don't know anything, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
But
It's like when you were talking about that horror game. I didn't have much input
you don't know
either.
anything about it. I mean...
But, you know, it's always interesting to talk about our interests with each other and with you guys.
Yeah.
Even if they're really, like, idol anime or stuff. I mean,
You got me into that, though.
I did.
Yeah, like, I remember when, was it Skype?
I don't think I'll get you into Homestuck.
Yeah. But I mean, like, she was, like, talking to me over Skype, and she's like, hey, there's this thing. Look at it. And then she, like, showed me a couple of things. And
I sent her things that I knew would be perfect with her interests.
Yep, I was like, I need to know what this is now. And I immediately went on, and I was like, yeah, I'm watching all these episodes, man.
Yep.
So.
Got her into cute, silly idol animes.
I need to get you into horror things.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
Oh, come on, not that bad of horror.
I don't think that's gonna happen, man. I mean, I know a lot about Five Nights at Freddy's.
It's not that much of horror.
Yeah.
I can show you true horror,
No,
Amber.
I don't want true horror. No, thank you. No, please.
The thing is, like, here's the thing. We want to move in with each other
Yeah.
at one point, but, Someday we'll get, like, an apartment, but the problem is, I like to, like, mess with my friends, where I like, I don't know if you noticed, sometimes I like to move...
As long as it's not spiders.
No, of course, I hate spiders, but I like to move things and kind of, like, be like, oh, where's my stuff? And I like to be like, he, I took it, you know?
Oh, you know what? On April Fool's Day, one of my friends went into one of his roommate's rooms.
Yeah.
And he has, like, a bunch of pop figurines in the boxes still.
Take
He
them all out.
went up to one of them that was, like, named Mr. Invisible or something. It wasn't a character that was meant to be invisible.
Yeah.
And he took it out of the box and just left the box empty. Waited until he noticed.
Great. See, that's what I would do, but, you know, so... If it gets to the point, I might hide in your closet and wait an hour after you fall asleep, and I will scare you. I have done these things to people.
I wake up from someone opening my door, so that wouldn't be much of a problem.
No. I hide when you're not, like, there and pretend, like,
Yeah,
or,
but
like,
still,
write a note
like-
saying, hey, I'm going to be gone tonight, blah, blah, blah.
But still, like, it wouldn't take much to wake me up. All you would really have to do, you'd just have to, like, whisper, boo. Just like, boo! And then I'd be like, oh gosh, what was that?
I've done scary things, especially to my brother. That's why I do these things. That's why I like horror things. It pumps up the heart and makes you want to have a heart
I
attack.
don't like that, though.
It's
I'm
great.
anxious enough already. I already have my own pumping up my heart attacks. I scare myself. Oh, is that a dark spot on the wall? That might be a spider. I'm gonna stare at it for about 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna feel like spiders are crawling all over my body.
Oh, I always have a flashlight next to my, like, bed.
I have my
just
phone.
so I have a flashlight just to check the, like, ceiling. If there's
Spiders.
if there's a spider up there, I'm leaving my room,
Yeah.
either finding someone to go kill it because it's on my top, and, you know, it could just drop on, like, my bed or something.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've found spiders on my pillow.
That's terrifying.
They've just been, like, walking next to me. It's just like, how did you even get up here? What happened?
One time I found, I was, like, on my computer lying down on my bed, and all of a sudden just a spider lands. Like, if it wasn't a spider, I would have given it, like, 10 out of 10. I mean, that landing was great. Scared the shit out of me. Like, literally just lands on my keyboard. I jump up, I'm like, holy shit! A spider just dropped out of nowhere. And it just was standing there. It was like, I fell.
I gotta say, the reason why I'm arachnophobic to begin with is because when I was about 10 years old, I woke up because I was feeling like itchy or something.
Ugh.
And there was, I don't really wear clothes when I go to sleep, right?
Yeah.
I was wearing like underwear, but that's about it. So I woke up and there was a black widow on my chest.
Ugh, no.
It was just sitting there, and then I was like, oh my god! I freaked out and I threw it off of me next to my bed. But when I looked for it to try and kill it, I never found it again. And ever since then, I've been arachnophobic.
It's not, not in this house, yeah?
No.
Okay,
not here.
good.
She's
That's
like
scary.
sitting here, like twitching.
Yeah, no,
I
I started kind of like getting a little bit tighter, like
she
moving
scooted
around.
away from my bed a little.
Trying to like condense in to make sure nothing touches me.
It was in the old house that I was in.
The reason why I'm afraid of spiders, though, is, okay, so when my brother used to play Resident Evil, there's these giant spiders that, were just, like, big, and then I had this horrible nightmare that I was in bed, and just tons of them start just popping out of nowhere.
Oh my god.
And crawling. Like, this was, like, young me in a bed, lying still, and all of a sudden these, like, giant long legs come from the bottom of the bed, and just like,
Oh my god.
That was frightening, yes.
Well done. Well, now that we've discussed Homestuck and Powerpuff Girls and our fears, I think that will do it for this episode, guys.
Random stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I did not do the homework, that's why.
Yeah,
I
she
had
didn't
nothing
do
to
the
talk
homework, so we had to figure out something to talk about, which is why we talked about the Powerpuff Girls. Actually, it was mostly because I was showing her the videos anyway, so it was like, let's talk about how memey this is and terrible.
Yeah.
Anyway, see you next week, guys. Probably. If you liked the show, subscribe for a new episode each week, and make sure you leave us a like. And remember, if you have any topics that you would like us to talk about, just leave a comment down below. It would actually help, since it means that we don't have to do the homework after all. We can just be like, oh...
You're already on this. I'm not.
Yeah, I'm already on this schedule of finding something to talk about every week. Then again, I just have something.
Yeah,
so.
I don't.
Anyway, see you next week, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.